Oh, I saw that. Welcome, everybody, to NASCAR Platinum Cup Series action live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5. It is round 19 of the 2023 Platinum Cup Series season, the 8th annual season for the top stock car series on a console for NASCAR Online Racing. Aaron Garcia in the 24 is on the pole. He won stage 1 and he's got the lead here in stage 2. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 car running in second, not too far behind him. And then it's Landon Jenkins, Donnie McBride Jr., and Trey Hollywood rounding out the rest of your top 5. Stage 2 underway for round 19 of the season. I am NASCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporter, the former NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdahl, driving that number 17 Ford Mustang out there in the top 10. He finished 9th in stage 1. Kick back, relax, strap yourselves in, and grab a cold can of soda and enjoy the show. The Magic Mile 301 is underway here on NASCAR Heat 5, live on the NASCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. Level of urgency a little higher than what it was in stage 1. We have had no cautions for on-track incidents. Stage 1 going green the whole way, and Trey Hollywood is the one that's right there in the midst, in the best battle on the racetrack. It is for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Trey Hollywood, Donnie McBride Jr., Landon Jenkins in that 77 machine. Connor Brown in the 78 clears him to take over the 5th place position. And just behind them, Ethan Hoekstra in that number 51. Ethan, of course, the 2023 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion, following in the footsteps of Alex Tesdahl. And the battle for the lead heating up a little bit as well. Josh Colm-Diaz beginning to try to inch his way closer to the driver who's arguably dominated the season thus far through the first 18 rounds, and that is Aaron Garcia in that 24 car. 39 playoff points for him. 40 playoff points for him coming into this race. 7 wins after the first 18 races. Picked up his 31st career pole award in the NASCAR Platinum Cup Series for this race, and that is the most all-time. Josh Colm-Diaz, 1 win this season, 2 career Platinum Cup Series wins. He's a top 5 machine, and he's a former NASCAR Legend Series champion in these Cup cars. The only difference between that series and this one is shorter races in the Legend Series. Fuel and tire wear a little bit heavier, ×3 for that one, ×2 for this one, and no playoff system for that Legend Series. So he pointed his way all the way through a 28-race season to win that championship. We have a caution. Yeah, we do. Throwing it over to in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl. Alex, did you see what happened for that one? Because I didn't.
No, I don't see any wrecked cars up front here, so it must have been behind me.
And a tough break. I believe it involved Emily Seri, the Canadian driver in that number 62 Chevy Camaro for Rockstar Racing. She was coming off a strong run from earlier tonight at Kentucky Speedway, picking up her first ever NASCAR Platinum Cup Series top 5 finish. And now she's got herself towards the tail of the field. She will be coming to pit road to repair the damage, I'm sure. I don't see any other cars with damage. The former Brickyard 200 winner, Timmy Brown, her teammate, making his first start of the night, comes into this race 17th in the point standings, looking to try to bounce his way up above that playoff cut line if he can. But having Emily Seri, the one he's chasing, getting a top 5 earlier, didn't help his chances. The green flag is back in the air. The 37 of Chris Vaudrin with some pit strategy to take the lead, and he's going to get shuffled outside of the top 3 through turns 1 and 2. Contact between Trey Hollywood and Josh Colm-Diaz, the 20 and the 9. And they were 3 wide with the leader Aaron Garcia when that happened, so that really could have been disastrous. More contact between the 20 and the 9. The 78 of Connor Brown was the one just to the outside of him that time, and forced him to have to get out of the throttle a little bit and give up that position. Now Josh Colm-Diaz settles himself into 2nd. Trey Hollywood just behind him in 3rd. McBride Jr. in the 88 car, and Connor Brown in the 78 car, 4th and 5th, battling for those positions. Alex Estrada, the driver out of Puerto Rico, running in 6th in that custom number 99 Ford Mustang, just to the outside of Landon Jenkins in the 77. Landon in that 77 car, the blue car there, comes into this race 3rd in the point standings, 1 win this season. And I don't know what happened there, but Donnie in the 88 car found the outside wall coming out of turn 2. Connor Brown had to take evasive action. Good heads-up move by that driver. Now he's to the inside of Donnie. Donnie McBride Jr. coming off a strong win earlier tonight at Kentucky Speedway. I made a mistake during that broadcast, and I said that it was his 2nd career Platinum Cup win. In fact, it's his 4th career Platinum Cup Series wins, but simply his 2nd one of the season. Running a part-time schedule. The leader is Aaron Garcia in the 24, Josh Colombiez in the 9, all over him in 2nd. Trey Hollywood in the 20 car running in 3rd. They have separated themselves from the rest of the field just a little bit, and then you find Donnie McBride Jr., Connor Brown, Landon Jenkins, Alex Estrada, Ethan Hoekstra. They run 4th through 8th, and then trouble for you, Harold Burden running in 9th. Jordan Roughton runs in 10th, but he just cut off the 53 of Aiden Cody and put him into the wall coming out of turn 2. Heavy damage to the right front of Ethan Hoekstra.
That's a yellow.
Excuse me, not Ethan Hoekstra rather, but the 53 of Aiden Cody. And 2nd caution of the race for an on-track incident. Both of those coming here in stage 2. And I saw it a little bit. The viewers might not have, because it wasn't the main battle on the track we were focused on. It happened behind the battle we were watching, and you could see that Jordan Roughton in the 8 kind of squeezed the 53 up into the outside wall coming out of turn 2, and that resulted in Aiden Cody losing control of his car and collecting another. And we have our 2nd caution of the race for an on-track incident. They're all chasing the race leader and points leader, Aaron Garcia, in that 24 car. And coming into this race, they all have only 10 more regular season races. Some of these drivers trying to punch their way, punch their ticket into the playoffs still. The green flag is back in the air. Some pit strategy puts the Rockstar Racing teammates 1st and 2nd. It's Dustin Franklin in the 3, Jordan Roughton in the 8. 4 wide behind him. Now back to 3 wide. Josh Colombiez takes 3rd. Oh, and the 22 of Sean Lucas lifted a little bit to try to get the 3 wide over with, but he still finds himself in the middle, but this time between Connor Brown and Trey Hollywood. Now he finds himself a spot in line. Aaron Garcia escapes with 4th. Donnie McBride Jr. escapes with 5th. They're 4 wide again.
62 is on her roof.
Alex Estrada was involved in it. Emily Sari was involved in it. She's back rolling again. She was on her roof for getting a report from Alex Tesdall, the driver out of Puerto Rico and the driver out of Canada, both fighting each other on the racetrack, and that caused a big crash over in turns 3 and 4, that most recent time by.
I can't believe we're still green.
Me either. And it's not what she wanted to see. Now she is way behind the leaders and in danger of going a lap down. Josh Colombiez has escaped with the race lead here. Looking to pick up the stage 2 win. Getting laps to go update from Alex Tesdall. He's about to hit the start-finish line.
31 to go.
10-4, and we do expect some pit stops, I'm pretty darn sure, if we go green from here the rest of the way.
No, we're good. Unless the tires wear out, we're good on gas.
Interesting. And how many laps do you think we're getting on a full fuel tank?
Actually haven't paid attention.
Maybe it's not a factor in this one. The final stage would be a little longer than this one. It might come into play there, but yeah, we're getting reports here.
I think about, I don't know, 45 to 50.
We might be fine all race long.
Bad estimate.
Certainly fine for stage 2.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to speed and maybe some strategy, some good decision making. But we can pretty much throw Pitt's fuel strategy at least out the window.
If you're not careful, you can eat up that right rear tire, though.
I'll tell you who's eating his right rear up. Looks like anyways. Donnie McBride Jr. not saving anything here in stage 2. Running in third has run down the 24 and the 9. Top 3 have kind of driven away from the battle for fourth on back, which is Dustin Franklin and Landon Jenkins going at it. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 still leads this thing. And with about 30 laps to go here in the stage, you gotta wonder who might be saving a little bit of tire for a run here at the end. It just doesn't look like the 88 is at this point. He's going for it. And the battle for 4th and 5th continues to heat up here. Landon Jenkins trying to find a way to get that car to stick down there underneath the 3 of Dustin Franklin. He's had a few runs on him, and he's gotten to about his door handle, and now he finally clears him in turns 1 and 2. Or I was going to say, or does he? Franklin almost forced the issue and put the front bumper of that 3 Camaro back out to the outside of the 77 on the straightaway, and I don't know if Landon was ready for it. It all worked out. Connor Brown just behind the 3 seat. Remember, on the most recent restart, some pit strategy was deployed by the 3 and the 8, so it's not surprising to me that they are fading a little bit. They have older tires than the cars around them. Dustin Franklin has slipped to 5th, and Jordan Roughton has slipped to 9th. Alex Tesdall works his way to the inside of Jordan Roughton. That is a battle for the 9th position, 10th position. Up into the outside wall went the 8. The 53 of Aiden Cody just behind this battle. Sean Lucas in the 22. We have a huge crash on the back straightaway. There's a parking lot of cars there, and I'm not sure how any of this started. And we are under caution again.
That almost looked like lag, but I'm not certain.
That came out of nowhere. The 88 Chevy Camaro was involved, and he was all the way up in 3rd and was a part of the lead group, so he might have spiked and caused some sort of incident. There's a lot of torn up race cars from this one. There was about 8 cars or 9 cars involved.
Unless he wrecked really bad and we didn't see him coming, or I don't know.
Yeah, that was wild. That was scary. There's 18 cars in this race, and about half the field was involved in that, when a lot of cars will be coming to pit road for service to repair those machines. Well, we got them lined up again, double file. Aiden Cody rushed down and going to lead them across the start-finish line. We are green again. And a 3-wide move by Landon Jenkins right off the start forces the 7 up into the outside wall a little bit. Aiden Cody in the 53 trying to escape turn 2 with the lead. Couldn't quite clear the 9 of Josh Colm-Diaz. Now Josh sends it in hard into 3 and 4. Takes the race lead. They're bouncing off each other just outside the top 5. They were 4 wide all the way through turns 3 and 4. Now 3 wide down the front straightaway for those positions. By the way, I should mention to the viewers at home, that caution saved the Canadian driver, Emily Seri, and the driver out of Puerto Rico, Alex Estrada. Both
7 took a hard hit.
And a big crash on the back straightaway again. Connor Brown in the 78 was involved as well. And amazingly, we are still green. There was 4 cars involved in that crash. And the 24 has taken second place away. Landon Jenkins is going to surrender that spot. Aiden Cody was leading this race for a little bit there on the restart with Josh Colm-Diaz, but since then the 9 has been able to drive away, and the battle for second, third, and fourth continues to look like this. Alex Tesdall runs in 5th and leads that second group of cars. Gordon Roughton in the 8 car scored in 6th, having a pretty strong run here in stage 2. Has caused a one crash here involving the 53 of Aiden Cody, but other than that, it's been a pretty clean stage for him. He's got Donnie McBride Jr. in the 88 just behind him, scored in 7th, and now Donnie takes a look to the inside. Contact was definitely made there in turns 3 and 4. And now normally Jordan Roughton is one of the last drivers you want to make angry, so turns 1 and 2 could be interesting. Oh, and the 8 car went up and bounced off the outside wall in turns 1 and 2, and did it again on corner exit, which killed all of his momentum, and now Donnie McBride Jr. is going to take that position away. And now contact made there. In 3 and 4, Jordan Roughton goes in and makes contact with the back bumper of Donnie McBride Jr. They're going door handle to door handle, bouncing off each other down the front straightaway. This is a battle for 6th and 7th, and it's allowing Trey Hollywood, Harold Burton, Dustin Franklin, and Sean Lucas, Ethan Hoekstra, Emily Sari, Timmy Brown are all catching up to these 2 drivers. So tempers flaring under the helmets of the 88 and the 8 car. We have a rivalry here going on for the Magic Mile 301. 18 drivers started this race. It's round 19 of the 2023 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series season. Problems for Rush Downing in the number 7 Chevy Camaro. Former NOSSCAR Outlaw Series race winner on Wreckfest. He's got it going again and We Stay Green, but he's got some damage to the front end of that race car. Josh Colm-Diaz still your leader, but he has a visitor, and that is the points leader, the pole sitter for this race, Aaron Garcia. Aaron's been able to drive away from Landon Jenkins and Aiden Cody and join Josh Colm-Diaz at the front. Aaron looking for his 8th win of the season in that 24 car. Josh in the 9 looking for his 2nd win of the season and 3rd of his career. And we'll get a laps to go update from Alex Tesdall at the line.
We've got 12 to go on the stage.
10-4.
24 has taken the lead.
And a new race leader. 2023 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion and 2023 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series champion Aaron Garcia takes the race lead. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 looked like he was going to try the crossover move. He couldn't quite execute it to the point where he could get back to the inside of the 24. So we have a new leader, and it is Aaron Garcia. A very familiar face, familiar car out front, leading the way in stage 2 at New Hampshire. 10 to go at the line when they come around. And Landon Jenkins in the 77 running in 3rd. Aiden Cody in the 53 still scored in 4th. They are still bumper to bumper battling for those positions, so those spots still very much undecided here in stage 2. And a strong run for the in-race reporter Alex Tesdall, former NOSSCAR Novice Cup Series champion. Got a top 10 earlier tonight at Kentucky, now scored in 5th. Rush Downing in the 7 car just went for a spin, and I think it's because he was on the apron trying to let the 17 car go and just simply went too low. And and a big problem and a dangerous crash there. Timmy Brown in the 13 hits the center median wall that separates the track from pit road. We are under caution. And I'm just very glad that it's a console and it's a video game, because that kind of a crash would have been very, very dangerous. His teammate Emily Sari in the 62 had nowhere to go. She got collected in that 2-car crash, puts us under the caution for the 4th time in this race for an on-track incident. We're going to have a restart with about 5 or 6 laps to go in stage 2. This caution saves the 37 of Chris Vaudrin. He was pretty close to going a lap down. I guess so was the 62 of Emily Seri. I know she made contact there, but she'll be able to get that car repaired and keep herself on the lead lap for the beginning of the final stage. Some strategy here. Some drivers going for that playoff point for that stage win. The top three deploying strategy. We are green again. 6 to go in stage 2. 3 wide bouncing off each other. Landon Jenkins, your leader. Josh Colm Diaz is the first car in line on the 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles. He goes up the middle and splits the 77 and 24. And now big contact. They're 5 wide, folks. 6 wide for a moment. They're still 6 wide. They're crashing coming out of turn 4. It just wasn't going to work. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And Alex Tesdall emerges with the race lead out of all of that. Are we getting a restart, or is that the end of stage 2?
That's the end of the stage.
You got the stage win.
Yeah.
That is, congratulations. That's your first playoff point of the season.
Absolutely stole that.
Don't forget the screenshot of the top 10 if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm sure you do. You were excited to take that one. What a stage end. 5 and 6 wide. I saw 6 wide 2 different times. The 77 got pushed into the 24, so I hope the 24 knows that. It was 6 wide. It wasn't going to work. And we've seen that before in a real-life truck series race at Phoenix, and they all crashed. And a Canadian driver that night, Jason Hathaway, finished 11th in it because it was such a wild race. Now, the green flag is in the air. The final stage is underway for the Magic Mile 301. What are we going to see at the end of this race if we get a restart with 5 to go? 8 wide is my prediction. Now they're 3 wide going down the back straightaway here. Dustin Franklin and Aiden Cody battling for the lead up front, but these drivers here are busy working each other over for 3rd and 4th. My goodness. I am still amazed here with what we witnessed. And now things have settled down a little bit. Now, believe it or not, this is a bit more tamed compared to what we've seen in recent restarts. Oh, and a couple of cars going up and into the outside wall. Ethan Hoekstra in the 51, Rush Downing in the 7. Both of them are going to lose a number of positions and go to the tail of the field. Dustin Franklin and Aiden Cody are still battling. Josh Colm Diaz just put the 37 of Chris Vaudrin into the outside wall. That looked harsh. The 9 also cuts off the 88 of Donnie McBride Jr. as they went into turn 1. They both almost crashed into the inside wall.
Got a yellow.
And we have a caution, you're right. And I think it's for the 37 of Chris Vaudrin, and there's one more car involved. Now there was a couple cars there. Timmy Brown was involved for sure. I'm still trying to look for the other car. On Chris Vaudrin in the 37, that's right. So it was a 2 or 3 car crash there, bringing us under the caution for the first time in the final stage and for the 5th time in this race for an on-track incident. Still about 40 to go, I'm assuming. This is going to be insane. The more restarts we get in the final stage, the more likely we're going to see some wild racing. Track position has been key all race long. A lot of these drivers, a lot of these cars seem to be very evenly matched in today's race at New Hampshire. Dustin Franklin and Connor Brown are going to lead them to the line. Rush Downing in the 7 is all the way up there in 3rd. Let's see what he can do. And they thunder into turns 1 and 2. 3 wide, Landon Jenkins bounces off the 7, who bounced up into the 53. Now he's bouncing up into the 8 of Jordan Roughton. 4 and 5 wide down the back straightaway. And they're crashing again. Still green. A couple of cars went up into the outside wall, through the back straightaway in turns 3 and 4. And they're back rolling again. Everyone's still in a big pack here. And it's Landon Jenkins side by side with Dustin Franklin trying to take the lead. Now Dustin clears the 77 and puts that number 3 Chevy out front. Comes into this race 10th in the point standings, looking for his first win of the season. Landon Jenkins, 1 win this season. Connor Brown in the 78 running in 3rd, 1 win this season. Trey Hollywood in the 20s, got a win this season. Donnie McBride Jr. in the 88 car, he's got 2 wins this season, including earlier at Kentucky. It's the first car up there in line in the running order, looking for his first of the year, is Dustin Franklin in the 3, and then Alex Estrada in the 99 car up there in the top 10. Ethan Hoekstra in the 51 is up in the top 10. And Harold Burden in the 12 car, 2nd in points, no wins, up there in the top 10 as well. There's a lot of hopeful drivers with a dream on the line here in the final stage with under 40 to go. Aiden Cody in the 53 car goes spinning into the inside wall coming out of turn 2. I think we're going to stay green. And we do. Landon Jenkins continues to lead. Trey Hollywood right behind him in that 20 car running in 2nd. No one giving an inch. Donnie McBride Jr. in the 88 car is the first one in line with the freshest tires, followed closely by the 24 of Aaron Garcia. 3 wide going into turn 3. It's for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And Connor Brown right there as well in 5th. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 car makes it 3 wide with Trey Hollywood and Connor Brown. Now it's back to 2x2. Connor Brown was able to clear the 20 of Trey Hollywood before they found turn 1. This is great stuff here. Great action. The top 10 are kind of in their own big pack here. Chris Vaudrin in the 37 is the one on his own running in 11th, trying to run them down. Emily Seri, the Canadian driver, scored in 12th in the 62. Timmy Brown running 13th. Rush Downing in the 7th car runs 14th. 18 cars still on the racetrack in this one in the final stage. And a new race leader, it's Donnie McBride Jr. in the 88 Chevy Camaro. And to no surprise, he's been one of the fastest cars on the racetrack since the drop of the green flag. And this one, he won earlier tonight at Kentucky, and he's looking to make it back-to-back wins here tonight. We'll get a laps to go update from Alex Tesdall here shortly. Contact into the outside wall there. I don't think there was contact between the 24 and the 88, but the 88 certainly found the wall coming out of turn 2, and he loses the lead.
47 to go.
47 to go is the update from Alex Tesdall. They will need to pit in this stage, I'm pretty darn sure, if we go green from here. And Aaron Garcia takes the lead. We've had a number of leaders in this race, probably about 9 or 10 if I were to guess. I'd have to go back and watch again to do the official count. There's a lot of drivers with a chance to win this one. And if we get a couple of cautions late in this race, it changes everything. And we've seen how wild these restarts can get. Can't wait to go back and watch the restart there with 5 laps to go in stage 2. Alex Tesdall, the one escaping that wild mess with the stage win, getting that first playoff point of the season, which is key for you. No playoff points yet for you before that stage win. You're definitely going to get yourself into the playoffs based on points. You do every year. You've had a season where you got 2 wins as well on your way to making the playoffs. So yeah, why not gamble and go for it and get that stage win, get the playoff point, because that'll carry with you through every round that you advance. That was a wild restart, but a job well done by you.
Yeah, I entered like turn 3 and 4, they're like 6th place, and everyone went like 5, 6 wide. I just drove to the bottom and passed them all.
He did a fantastic job. Pardon me. And now for some reason the 8 car is blocking Donnie McBride Jr. I guess they had history earlier in this race. We have it on video actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, he blocked the 88 hard, and that caused him to lose second place to Josh Colm-Diaz and also lose ground to both of the top two. Now Donnie runs in third, and I don't imagine he's happy, and I don't blame him. It was definitely an unethical thing to do by the driver of the 8 car. And he will be spoken to after the race about a couple of things. Now Connor Brown making a move to the inside for third on Donnie McBride Jr. Landon Jenkins in the 77 has a front row seat for this battle for third and fourth, and looking to join it if he can. And there's Alex Estrada, the driver out of Puerto Rico, just in front of Harold Burton, just behind Ethan Hoekstra and Jordan Roughton. Jordan, of course, 1 lap down. Should remind the viewers of that. Alex having a pretty good run. He's up here in the top 10. He's a part-time driver with us. He's got a top 10 in his career here with us so far, and that was his debut race. He's going to add to his record here and looking to run full-time in 2024 for the championship. Looking to learn and gain some experience here and learn the drivers, learn the tendencies during his part-time run here in 2023. A couple of cars going really low there on the front straightaway. It looked like it was Timmy Brown in the 13. He might have got loose down there. And contact there between Donnie McBride Jr. and Connor Brown in the 78 car. It looked like Donnie squeezed him up into the outside wall coming out of turn 2. I hope the damage isn't too bad on that 78 car. He's got a great run going here in the final stage. Runs in 5th with his teammate Landon Jenkins, and team owner, I should say. Landon Jenkins just behind him. They both have a win this year. So does Trey Hollywood, who runs in 7th just behind him. A big move there by Connor Brown to go in front of the 88 car. I don't know what happened, but I think that Donnie McBride Jr. found the outside wall coming out of turn 2, and that's cost him 2 spots in one corner. Connor Brown gets around him. Landon Jenkins gets around him. Now they are scored 4th and 5th. Donnie McBride Jr. drops back to 6th. Trey Hollywood right behind him in 7th. And a little bit of confusion here. We're going to throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. Alex, we see you not too far in front of the battle for 3rd and 4th. And that's not where you were just a moment ago. What happened to you? You got some damage.
I got wrecked on the first couple laps after the restart.
Oh, that's a shame. I don't think you were the only one, because Jordan Roughton in the 8 car went a lap down, and Timmy Brown in the 13 continues to struggle with the handling of his race car coming out of turns. Hopefully we get a yellow and we can stack things back up. It pretty much is the only way that you're going to get back.
Oh, there's a yellow.
Whoa! Well, that never happens.
As you said it.
That never happens when I'm out there and I need one. Now, I don't know what happened. I'm still looking. Rush Downing has some damage. We can see that. Jordan Roughton, we knew had damage originally, so that's not new. I'm not sure what brings us, or puts us under the caution. Might have involved the 37 of Chris Vaudrin. He's got a lot of front end damage, and I don't think he had that a bit ago. How many laps to go, Alex? Or did you close it already?
I confirmed my pit stop. I'll let you know when we restart.
No problem. And this is what we kind of needed. See, it looked like everything was kind of set in stone there, but now that we've got this restart coming, things are going to get interesting. The 37 of Chris Vaudrin stayed out, it looks like, or at least did some sort of pit strategy if he did come to pit road. We saw how wild the restarts were in stage 2. Let's see how it goes here. The green flag is in the air. Josh Colm-Diaz with a power move to the inside, making it 3 wide.
We've got 33 to go, by the way, and if this thing stays green, no more pit stops for fuel, at least.
10-4, thank you. 33 laps to go. They're good on fuel. Tires might be another story. We will monitor that as we go. Aaron Garcia, your leader. Josh Colm-Diaz in 2nd, Connor Brown in 3rd, Trey Hollywood 4th, Landon Jenkins in 5th. This is a much more calm restart than we expected. Much more calm than the one we saw with 5 to go in stage 2, that is for sure. And if we have any viewers that have just tuned in recently, make sure at some point you go back and watch the restart for the Stage 2 win. It was a 6-wide fiasco over in turns 3 and 4. And that was Alex Tesdall in the 17 getting his first stage win of the season. We got a great battle for the lead here with about 30 to go. Aaron Garcia leads Josh Colm-Diaz, only about a car length in between those two. Connor Brown, front row seat for this battle as well. The top three have driven away a little bit. Trey Hollywood, Landon Jenkins, Alex Estrada, Harold Burden, Aiden Cody, Donnie McBride Jr., Ethan Hoekstra, and Dustin Franklin round out the top 10. A couple of cars getting into it deeper in the field. Timmy Brown in the 13 looked like he threw a big block there on the 17 of Alex Tesdall. Now Timmy Brown goes up, finds the outside wall. Alex had to check up, and that allowed Jordan Roughton to get to the bottom of him. Timmy Brown still going up there and bouncing off the wall once in a while. Definitely doesn't help the tire wear. Now, is he doing that every corner, Alex?
Not every corner. He does it often.
We will continue to monitor that, that's for sure. And we got a battle for the lead. Josh Colm-Diaz with a big pass, a big move there down to the inside. Put the 9 car out front, looking for his second win of the season and third of his career. And when you pass a driver like Aaron Garcia, and the way that he did, that is a huge shot in the arm, a huge boost of confidence. And when Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 begins to believe, there's almost no driver more dangerous in the field. Aaron making it very interesting all over the back bumper of the 9 car. Now Connor Brown is still with these two. He's faded a few car lengths back, but for the most part showing amazing speed and hanging right there with him. Chris Vaudrin in the 37 car comes to pit road. Must have been a problem for him because according to the reports we got from Alex Tesdall, which sound very accurate to me, he should have been good to make it to the end of the race on fuel and tires. So problem there for Chris Vaudrin. Josh Colm-Diaz leads, Aaron Garcia in second, Connor Brown in third, Trey Hollywood running in fourth in that 20 car, Landon Jenkins in fifth, Aiden Cody, Donnie McBride Jr., Alex Estrada out of Puerto Rico, Harold Burden and Dustin Franklin rounding out the rest of your top 10 with Ethan Hoekstra running in 11th all over the back bumper of that 3 car trying to get his way into the top 10. We're going to do a brief through the field, folks. You're going to be able to ride on board. Excuse me, actually, we're going to do a brief crank it up, folks. Through the field is something totally different in the world of NASCAR broadcasts, but we're going to crank it up. You're going to be able to ride on board with some of your favorite NASCAR Platinum Cup Series drivers. Listen to the sounds of these cars on NASCAR Heat 5. You're watching the final stage, the final 25 laps or so of the Magic Mile 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, round 19 of the 2023 NASCAR Platinum Cup Series season here on NASCAR Heat 5. And a pretty big crash there. We're gonna stop the crank it up for just a moment and give you an update there. Alex Estrada in the 99 car.
And we got another yellow.
Yeah, we're not gonna go anywhere, folks. We're not gonna crank it up. I do apologize for the viewers if I screamed in your ear if you turned the volume up already. There was a crash there involving a few cars that were inside the top 10. They were battling for those positions. And the 6th one of the race, and apparently it was caused by the number 7 of Rush Downing. I didn't see what happened, but I do know that Rush was going a lap down. Jordan Roughton with a ton of damage to that number 8 Chevy Camaro. I'm pretty sure this caution saves him from going a lap down. It looks like he's not too far in front of your race leaders. Might have even been involved in this crash. Getting word, Rush Downing in the 7 has apologized to the viewers, made a driver error there and puts us under the caution for the 6th time in this race. This changes everything now. A lot of pit strategy here. In fact, Aaron Garcia is going to restart outside the top 10 because of all of the strategy. We are green again here for the Magic Mile 301. Laps to go, Alex.
19.
Thank you, brother. I knew it was going to be close. That's why I said it the way I did. 19 laps to go here till we crown a winner. Connor Brown with the lead. Josh Colm-Diaz right there behind him in 2nd. Landon Jenkins trying to jump to the inside, looking for that position. Old Pluto Racing, great day for them. Great speed by the 78 and the 77. We're under caution. I don't know how. I didn't see it. It must have been pretty darn deep in the field, I'll be honest with you.
24 caused it. He slammed me into the wall, then slammed the 8 into the wall. Then the 8 brake checked him.
Wow, interesting. So tempers flaring deep in the field between Jordan Roughton and the 24 of Aaron Garcia and a few others. Things are heating up here in New Hampshire. And we're going to get another restart, and we've seen how wild these restarts have been. The more restarts we get, I really truly feel like the crazier it's going to get towards the end of this race. Certain cars are going to continue to pit as well, take on tires and restart towards the back, and they're going to try to charge their way to the front. All 18 drivers who started this race are still on the racetrack. They're approaching the restart zone. We're going to have about 15 to go, 14 to go in the stage. Green flag is out. And Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9 car takes the race lead on the outside of Connor Brown. They're crashing deep in the field. And we are under caution again. And now this is going to put Josh Colm-Diaz, your race leader, and he will be the one on the inside of the front row for the next restart, which might have only about 12 laps to go in this race, maybe 11. Now we're getting word Emily Seri, the Canadian driver, was involved in that one. It happened deep in the field again. It was another product of drivers with 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles trying to get all the track position they possibly can in one corner, and it's just not going to work that way for them. A lot of damage again to the driver of the 8, Jordan Roughton. He's been in a few of these incidents, and he's in this one again. 7th caution of the race for an on-track incident. Well, we talked about it, Alex. That wild restart, and with 5 to go in stage 2, we were wondering what they were going to do in the final stage, if that's how they were going to be in the 2nd stage, and I think we have our answer. Good luck to you the rest of the way is all I'm saying. Yeah, the green flag is out, Alvos are out, and we are underway again. Josh Colm-Diaz, your leader. Timmy Brown in the 13 restarted in 6th, took a very high line in 1 and 2. Let's see what he can do. He's up there in the top 10. 3 wide. Donnie McBride Jr. was trying to put a nose in between, like right in the middle of the 77 and 78. Both of those cars closed the door. They're 5 wide coming out of turn 4. 4 wide now. Now back to 3. And a lot of contact through those corners. A lot of minor bouncing and rubbing. And they're all holding it in the right direction. 2 by 2 all the way back. Now single file for the top 10. Oh, and back to 2 and 3 wide. Some of these drivers just drive in really hard. There's multiple grooves here, and now the 12 car of Harold Burden puts the 88 up into the outside wall. The 88 loses a couple of positions. Alex Tesdall and Alex Estrada both go on through. 3 and 4 wide behind the 99. The 99, excuse me, the 88 of Donnie McBride Jr. pushing hard there, trying to keep a few cars behind him. Is stuck on the outside line, and he found the wall coming out of turn 2. He might lose a couple more. One of the strongest cars in the field all race long. 2 wins for him this season. Finds himself out of it late in the race. Josh Cole-Diaz, Connor Brown, Landon Jenkins, Aiden Cody, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Have driven away a little bit, put a bit of distance between themselves and the rest of the field, and that's exactly what they wanted. They know that it's chaotic back there, and would rather be in front of it than in it. How many laps to go, Alex?
7.
10-4, thank you. Alex Tesdall's running in the top 10 in 6th place. He's got the pole sitter and points leader, though. Aaron Garcia knocking on the door. 3 wide, and there was contact made. They keep it straight. And behind them, though, they don't. Trey Hollywood in the 20 cars spun out, spins back onto the track. Alex Tesdall is nose first into the inside wall. And amazingly enough, we are somehow still green. I guess both cars were kind of out of the way, so I do sort of understand as well. That was wild. And now Alex Estrada, the driver out of Puerto Rico, is on pit road. I don't think that that was by choice. I think he was one of the cars involved, and when he spun, he found himself going down pit road. And that's where he ended up. Might even have a speeding penalty to go along with this, and it's just kind of, I don't know, added disappointment on top. He's already going to lose a bunch of track position by having to go down pit road at that slow speed, so throw a 15-second penalty on top of that. It certainly doesn't help things. Trying to go through the field. I apologize, folks, for the viewers at home watching me. I'm just simply trying to figure out who is where and what the heck is going on. We don't have very many laps to go.
5 to go. 4 to go for the leader.
4 laps to go for the race leaders. Josh Cole-Diaz is out front. Connor Brown in 2nd. Landon Jenkins is in 3rd. Aiden Cody 4th. And Aaron Garcia has rebounded all the way up to 5th after restarting in the very last row and 17th on the most recent restart. Three laps to go. Man, it's been an eventful night so far. Kentucky, I thought, was crazy. This one takes the cake so far. And we still have Road America later tonight. That will be a video upload to the channel from the onboard of yours truly. Now 2 laps to go. Connor Brown, Landon Jenkins, Aaron Garcia, Aiden Cody, 2nd through 5th. That's the best battle on the racetrack for track position. As of right now, 3 different grooves being used by these drivers. A couple of wiggles coming out of turn 2. Everybody holds on to it. Everyone pointed in the right direction.
7's wrecked in 1 and 2.
And 1 lap to go. The white flag is out. The next flag will end the race, whether it is a yellow flag or the checkered flag. 1 more lap. Josh Cole-Diaz. What a run for him. And yes, certain things certainly did go his way in the final stage, but he was a contender all race long as well. Battled hard with all of them all race long for the lead. The checkered flag flies. He's done it, folks. Josh Cole-Diaz wins the Magic Mile 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. His 2nd win of the season and his 3rd win in his NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series career. Strong car all race long. One of the favorites to win this race from the drop of the green flag. We saw him pass Aaron Garcia at one point in the 2nd stage to take the race lead. And at that point forward, we knew we had something for him as long as things went his way. Congratulations to Josh. He went 3 years without, excuse me, it was 2019 when Josh Colm-Diaz had his last and most recent NASCAR Platinum Cup Series win up until this season, and now he has scored 2 wins this season and proving to everyone he is one of the true contenders for the championship this season. He is the 2021 NASCAR Legend Series champion in these Cup cars, no playoff system for that series. And he would love to put his name in the hat here as one of the favorites for the Platinum Cup Championship, the big one, folks. The top stock car series on a console for NASCAR drivers. This is the series you ultimately want to do well in. And a very proud and a very happy moment for the driver of the number 9. We're going to hear from him here in just a moment. We're going to have a victory lane interview with Josh Colm-Diaz. And now, if Shadow, if you can do me a favor and invite him into the race reporter chat, that would be greatly appreciated. Just so I don't need to go to a blue screen. One of the fan favorites, the 9 car. Everyone loves to see that car in victory lane, that is for sure. Now, I'm a Byron man myself, but I see the appeal. Chase Elliott, a fantastic driver. And it's always nice to see the 9 car park in a victory lane here in NASCAR on the Heat 5 game as well. This will be a popular social media post, I'm sure. And now, Shadow, just in case he didn't see that, if you could message in there, get his attention somehow.
Don't have to. He's here.
Oh, that is fantastic. Here we are in victory lane. Josh Colm-Diaz, the driver of the number 9 Chevy Camaro, parks it in victory lane for the Magic Mile 301, round 19 of the season, your 2nd win of the season, 3rd of your career, and after a 4-year drought of no wins in Platinum Cup, you now have 2 this season, man. Congratulations. We could tell right from the drop of the green flag that you had a top 3, top 4 car at the very worst. You passed Aaron Garcia for the lead a couple of times under green. Tell us what was going through your mind through those last few restarts when you took the lead from the 78 and you were trying to hold on.
I set my car up for the short one because I remember the last year's race, I almost beat Flash, but we kept having cautions after cautions after cautions after cautions. I could never get that short run we had last year, so I was able to tweak on it a little bit this year.
It's a multi-groove track. There's 3 or 4 lanes that you can really ultimately use there. Where was your car handling and performing the best?
I was actually using the Tony Stewart line, of all lines. I was running right down there at the bottom, where a lot of cars were all the way in the middle to the top. I was running the Tony Stewart line.
How nervous were you for those last 10 laps, hoping for no more cautions?
Oh, I was nervous. I was shaking. I was like, if there's a caution, it's... because my car doesn't get up on the gears right away, so I was like, oh boy. I was nervous.
How excited were you when you looked in your mirror with only 6 or 7 laps to go and saw them battling 3 and 4 wide and you were driving away? You put about 6 car lengths in between yourself and them.
I was like, good, they're battling. Now I can focus on if there's a final restart that I have a little bit of tire left just in case.
And now with this momentum, how much confidence does this give you for the remaining races on the 2023 schedule?
Pretty good, Ty. Getting all set up for my favorite car next season. I'm not going to say it, but I'm getting everything all prepared for next season too.
And you always seem to perform your best on these flat tracks, whether it's Phoenix or Martinsville or Gateway or here at New Hampshire. It just seems like the flat ovals really suit you. What is it about the flat ovals, do you think, that suits you and puts you in victory lane lots?
You know what's funny? It reminds me of a road course. You have to be in your rhythm. You got to just keep your rhythm here and just stay calm and focus on the race.
Well, I'm really happy you said that because we've got a road course coming up next at Road America. We'll let you go and prepare yourself for that. Congratulations on winning here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. I'm super proud and super happy for you. Go on and celebrate this one, and also good luck to you at Road America.
I was going to say, Ty, this is the first season I've had, multiple wins. Think about that.
It is, it is. The drought is over, and in a fantastic way. 2 wins now this season for Josh Colm-Diaz, the driver of that number 9 Chevy Camaro for Timac Motorsports. He's celebrating with that team down there in Victory Lane. I see the champagne flying, and I don't blame him. It's been a great season
here, Ty. Let's celebrate.
It's been a great season for the driver of the number 9. Final thoughts from the in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall, driver of that 17 Ford Mustang. Alex, I know the end of the race didn't go your way, but you had a strong car, and you spent most of this race in the top 5. And getting word that we don't have Alex with us here, so we're gonna. Oh, we have him now. Thoughts on this race, my friend?
The car was really fast, like definitely top 5 pace, maybe top 3 even if I could have got the track position. It's just. And, well, got a stage win, so I guess I kind of proved that, but end of the race was just wild, and a few people lost their tempers, and I got the worst end of it.
Yeah, that was arguably the wildest race of the season thus far, and that is saying something because we've had a couple of doozies. Hopefully the stage win kind of overcomes and kind of balances out the rough finish for you at the end of the race, and we wish you the best of luck at Road America. Congratulations to Alex Tesdall on his first playoff point of the season, a stage win well earned and a wild stage 2 there. And congratulations as well to Josh Colm-Diaz once again for winning the Magic Mile 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Round 19 is in the history books. We're going to sign off for the evening. Thank you to everybody who tuned in for tonight's races, and we will see you next Monday. And until then, stay fast, folks.